In recent days, the United States has witnessed an extraordinary wave of protests carrying a single, resonant message: no kings. This movement, taking place in major cities nationwide, emerged as a response to a rare military parade organized.
When I say we the people, y'all say have the power. We the people. We the people. We the people. We the people.
We built this country strictly on the no kings rule. My country, my body, or my bank policy. That and the simple notion that you can't be arrested and tossed into a dungeon or a detention center or a concentration camp or some damn basement without a fair trial. We don't fuck with that. Sadly, today Donald Trump and the administration of billionaires, crackpots, and ice brigades have taken over. We have a king and his court and his beige henchmen, and they're trampling on our rights and our laws and our freedoms, making themselves richer with taxpayer dollars and making us less safe with their love of other kings and dictators and the likes of Putin and Netanyahu and Kim Jong-un of the world.
Hi there, I'm Alana Glazer. We the people are smarter than the people in power. We the people are more powerful than the people in power. And not for nothing, we the people actually want to live our lives. They don't. They cannot stand being in their own lives, so they focus on controlling ours.
By President Donald Trump in Washington, D.C., yet this isn't just about the parade. It reflects a much deeper anxiety about the future of American democracy. The military parade, held on Trump's birthday to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army, was a central spectacle. The president stood on stage, saluting thousands of uniformed soldiers, tanks, and military vehicles passing by. However, the celebration was marred by significant controversy. Many questioned the motives behind this parade, seeing it as an expensive vanity project with an estimated cost of $25 million to $45 million, merely to stroke the president's ego. Even some former military leaders called it a vanity project. Outside Washington, the scene was starkly different. Thousands gathered on streets across the country, carrying flags, placards, and a fervent spirit of resistance to Trump's.
I'm here to show that there are enough of us that object to his extremely illegal rule. I'm not going to try to go chapter and verse about what he does wrong. Everybody knows that. He has no regard for the Constitution. He is pretty much one of those rare human beings who has not a single redeeming feature. He doesn't even like dogs.
We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chance.
I just wanted to be counted as someone who's really unhappy with everything that's going on, and that, you know, I want to see due process. I want to value our immigrants. We're a country of immigrants. I want the judges to be listened to. I mean, I'm totally freaked out at how fast things are devolving, and so I just want to be counted as someone who's scared and unhappy and wants to see change.
And there's a lot of us out there, I'm going to say it, I'm going to own it, that have a certain privilege. And we have to be here for the people who can't be here because they don't feel safe to come out today. So more of us have to come out who are less at risk to speak for them.
Policies in cities like New York, Philadelphia, and Houston, activists, union leaders, and ordinary citizens gave speeches highlighting various issues they believe have eroded the nation's core values. One of the most glaring issues was Trump's immigration policy. In recent days, Los Angeles has become a focal point of tension, with protests frequently escalating into clashes. Trump even deployed the National Guard in California, overriding the authority of Governor Gavin Newsom's action that sparked public outrage. Jose Azetcla, an activist from the civil rights group Brown Berets, vehemently criticized Trump's immigration policy as evil. Speaking to the BBC, he said, "You don't separate families. It's not just harsh. It's cruel, yet not everyone shares the same perspective." Despite the No Kings protests being the largest since Trump's re-election, a CBS YouGov poll showed his immigration policies remain popular with the public. Some 54% of respondents supported deporting undocumented immigrants, while 42% believed these policies made them safer. These numbers underscore the sharp polarization among the American people. In Philadelphia, a nurse named Karen Van Trieste spoke to the Associated Press about why she joined the protests. For her, this wasn't just about immigration. "We need to defend our democracy," she said. Trump's budget cuts to public health agencies were a key reason for her participation. On the other hand, the military parade itself wasn't entirely met with scorn. Many veterans, like Melvin Graves, saw it as an opportunity to receive recognition they had never experienced before.
I can remember in 2016 all the propaganda that was put out on North Korea and how they had a show for Kim Jong-un's birthday and all the rockets that they displayed and the nuclear weapons. And the West took that as an insult and kind of a threat. Well, I see absolutely no difference in what's happening in DC right now. It's an absolute waste of tax dollars in any kind of way that you can put it. It's a threat. It's a threat to the American people that says if you step out of line, we will destroy you. We will take everything you love away. And I'm not going to stand for that.
Next to the stage is a veteran and a retired teacher. Make sure that everybody can be able to see. Last speech, but now coming up, please give it up for our
Well, I mean, America's about democracy. What we're seeing right now is not democracy. It's about one person, their ego, their agenda. It's not really about, the land of the free, home of the brave. It's about one person trying to be a king.
Promoting LGBTQ. We are promoting homosexuality, fornication.
I'm a veteran, went to Afghanistan twice. I have a really keen sense of what we're risking right now, and it's really important for me today and all the time to stand up for that. So that's why I'm here.
Graves, a Vietnam War veteran, felt the parade was long overdue acknowledgement. "This is about honoring the men and women who served our country," he said. Still, the parade cast a shadow. Security expert Barbara Starr noted an uneasy tension, particularly with troops being deployed to handle protests in Los Angeles while being celebrated in the capital. "There's an irony that's hard to ignore," she remarked. Troops with weapons in one place, troops with flags in another. The No Kings movement pointed critique of Trump's perceived overreach of presidential power highlighted this tension further. With threats of heavy force against protesters, many felt this was a step toward authoritarianism. Despite heavy rain reducing turnout at the parade in Washington, the spirit of protest burned brightly elsewhere, even in Minnesota, where some demonstrations were canceled after flyers for the event were found in the car of a suspect in a local politician's murder. Thousands still turned out to protest. For many, this is a moment of reckoning. Where is this nation headed? Is American democracy intact, or are we witnessing its decline? The No Kings protests carry an essential lesson: the voice of the people cannot be ignored. Amidst the spotlight of tanks and military drums, there's another sound louder, purer, and more urgent. It is the voice of the American people demanding justice, democracy, and humanity. The message is clear: America doesn't need a king. Democracy belongs to everyone, not just one man in power.
I've got 2 teenage daughters at home and a son, and I want them to have a country where they're free. They're free to be whatever they want. They're free with reproductive rights. They're just free, and I don't feel like we're going to be free anymore if things keep going the way that they are.
Because there's going to be nothing left. Little by little, it's all going away. I said on the way down, I don't care if it's snowing, I don't care if it's pouring rain, I don't care if I get soaking wet. What about George Washington? What did they go through? There's no justice, there's no law, there's no constitution, there's no anything. It's all eroding away to nothing, to some king's whims.
All right. I ask someone to take a picture with you.
This administration has been engaging in activities that, as a person of faith, are just immoral. You know, cutting humanitarian aid to disaster victims, to people with HIV around the world, turning away people who are coming here seeking a better life, fleeing violence. As a pastor, you know, I worship a Christ who was himself a refugee, who was carried across a border by his parents. And so just the attacks on regular people, the poor.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
On the same day, the escalating tensions surrounding the No Kings protests have spotlighted an alarming undercurrent of far-right extremism in the United States. Members of several MAGA-affiliated groups, including the Proud Boys, have openly called for violence against protesters, further amplifying concerns about the state of civil discourse and public safety in the country. According to a report from the Wall Street Journal, Proud Boys organizers have used the messaging app Telegram to issue violent threats. One organizer reportedly declared, "You just have to impale a few of them," while another ominously proclaimed, "Riot season again." A meme shared within a Proud Boys channel chillingly suggested, "Shoot a couple, the rest will go home." This rhetoric represents a troubling escalation of hostility from groups known for their involvement in the January 6, 2021 Capitol siege. The encouragement of violence not only endangers protesters exercising their First Amendment rights, but also underscores a broader normalization of extremist ideologies in parts of American society, adding to the tension. A meme circulating among right-wing and white nationalist social media accounts has promoted the Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE tip line, urging Trump supporters to report individuals they suspect of being in the United States illegally. Alarmingly, this meme was later shared by official government accounts, including the White House's X account and the Department of Homeland Security's account. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller also shared the post, drawing sharp criticism for using official platforms to amplify such divisive messaging. Kathleen Blee, a sociologist at the University of Pittsburgh, has studied far-right movements for over 40 years and warns that current trends represent the most dangerous climate she has ever witnessed. "It's by far the worst, it's scarily the worst. It's flashing red," she said, emphasizing the precarious nature of this moment in history. Blee points to a disturbing sense of unity among white nationalist groups, particularly around anti-immigrant sentiment, as a driving force behind this surge in extremism. The No Kings protests, set to take place in 2,000 cities across all 50 states, are intended to be a peaceful demonstration against President Donald Trump's administration. These protests coincide with Trump's military parade in Washington, D.C., creating a stark contrast between public dissent and a display of state power. Solidarity events in other countries, branded under similar names like No Tyrants in the United Kingdom, further highlight the global resonance of these protests. Nations including Australia, Canada, Colombia, France, and Germany have joined in voicing opposition to what many perceive as Trump's authoritarian tendencies. Trump, for his part, has expressed outrage over the protests and taken offense too. Being labeled a king, his response mirrors the broader polarization engulfing the country as his rhetoric continues to stoke division rather than foster unity. The convergence of far-right extremism, state-sanctioned narratives, and mass protests signals a critical juncture for democracy in the United States. As violence and intimidation tactics from extremist groups grow, the importance of protecting peaceful dissent and upholding democratic principles becomes ever more urgent. The stakes are not just about one president or one administration. They are about the soul and future of a nation that prides itself on liberty and justice for all.
This guy, I just grabbed it from this guy. He's right there. Go, get out. Get on the ground. Get out, bro. Get out. That's a fucking rifle. That's a fucking goddamn rifle. That guy has fucking blood on his hands. No, let's stay right here. Come on, guys. Get back. Maddie, come here. Stay here. Come here. Yeah.
Now, it would have been really easy to miss it. But let me show you one more time. After it zooms out, she tries to grab her gun. Thank God she gets tackled to the ground.
We just heard shots. Everyone's running. Shots or fireworks, but... Someone's saying that there's a guy with a gun. Someone just got shot in Salt Lake City at the No Kings protest. Right there. Someone just got shot.
That guy did not shoot.
What happened?
He got shot in the head.
Who? By who?
That guy. I don't know.
I saw some guy in a yellow vest with a gun pointing it.
They shot and killed him. I don't know. Someone just got shot in the head outside the federal building in Salt Lake City. Someone just got shot not even 100 feet away. Can you text me? Where's the guy down at? Right down there. Yeah. Okay. Hey, find it, and then... absolutely fascinating. One south, guys.
Okay, yeah,